Hey everybody, welcome to another video. I am Frag Guy, and today we've got 5 fragrances, or classic fragrances, for the winter time of 2021 into 2022. Now there's many classic fragrances you could have in the lists. These are ones that I've picked out that I've currently got in my collection. There may have been some in this, maybe could have made a top 10, but some of them I've finished or I didn't like as much, so I've got to give them away, or like I said, I've finished them, so I haven't currently got them in my collection. And so I thought 5 fragrances would go well, and I got one honourable mention. So we'll get into that. Well, as I said, this is my collection, from my collection only. These are my choices, nobody else's. So the honourable mention is this one, Paco Rabanne Pour Homme by Paco Rabanne. And it's an honourable mention because it isn't as sort of the rest are sort of darker scents. You know, they've got like patchouli and honey and oat moss and leathers, spices, vanillas, all that sort of like the heavier stuff. This one is more sort of like your green barbershop fougere powdery scent. Definitely one that works well on my skin, and I do wear it in winter. But as a top 5, I've got the stronger scents, but I couldn't not mention this one because it is one that I do wear all year round anyway. But it is one that's a more fresher scent, if you will, that you could wear through the winter, or at least I can. It seems to perform well on my skin, so just take that in mind. So honourable mention for this, the first fragrance for this video, and that's Paco Rabanne Pour Homme by Paco Rabanne. So the 5, not in any order, I'm just going to pick them up off the table and I'll talk about them as and when. Maybe I'll leave the last one as my number 1 favourite, but all the others, no, they can be in any order. So this first one, Hugo Boss, number 1. This one seems to have like dropped off the radar for a lot of people. I do really enjoy this one. Such a classy smell. I mean, off the top, yeah, it's got that slight urinal puck sort of vibe to it. Now this is recent juice, and they've really toned down that urinal puck. It's almost not there. It is when you first spray it, but it's really toned down. You don't really get it that much, and it soon goes away. So if you don't like the classic juice because of that urinal puck kind of scent that it has in the opening, don't get the recent juice, because it really isn't there. It's toned down quite a lot. You get like a, I wouldn't say it was sweet, but you got a honey like smell along with that. It's got a classy, like wearing a suit kind of feel, and that's why the bottle, original bottle like this one, has like sort of stripes, like a striped suit. It's just sort of designed for that sort of occasion. Very nice. Just a classic masculine old school scent. Really nice. And to me, it doesn't smell dated. It's one of them that will never sort of smell dated to me. Maybe a couple of others in the list might do, but this one, it's just classy scent, and definitely worth a look if you've not tried it, but you do like the old school style scents. So Hugo Boss, number 1, Eau de Toilette. Next is definitely a more sort of old school type of scent, heavy on a patchouli, but a chocolatey patchouli. And this one, Bourgeon Man, did you say it? Bit weird of a bottle, and sort of almost like a golf ball on the top. I like to keep it like this because I don't get that, but I keep trying to keep it on the shelf like this. Bourgeon Man, heavy patchouli, oak moss top scent, but it's a patchouli that's sort of dominant, but it's not a scratchy patchouli. This one goes like a chocolatey side of a green patchouli. but quite strong on the skin. It's one of those you spray on and you think, well, I can't smell anything because you go nose blind. It's quite strong scent. Then after a little while you start smelling it again once your body starts heating up. Very nice. You've got to be a patchouli style fan. Now I'm not the biggest fan of patchouli, but I like this one. It's mixed really well. There's a bit of a citrusy opening to it with the patchouli and oak moss and the other bits and pieces in it, but dries down to a chocolatey patchouli style scent. Very old school, not for everybody's taste, but very well done, very well blended, very well done. And it's not scratchy patchouli like I said, like saying Amen, the original Amen. That's a really screechy, scratchy patchouli. It really sort of gets to your nose a little. This one's a bit more softer, I'd say, more of a chocolatey style vibe to a patchouli. And if you know what that smells like, that's what this is like. So, Bourgeon Man, by Bourgeon. Next one from the Versace house. There's quite a few, but not that many that are that strong, that would last a decent length of time in winter. But this one does on my skin at least, and this one is Versace L'Homme. This one, real classic men's scent. It's easier to wear than most of these on the list. I would say it was like a subtle suede leather oak moss scent. There's other things in this though. It's smooth. It's definitely a classy scent, classic and classy at the same time. If you're dressing up a little bit and you want something masculine, but it's not like screechy or anything, you want something nice and smooth and more sophisticated side of things, and this is definitely one you want to try if you've not. But you gotta like a nice. I don't like leather generally in fragrances, but this one's nice. It's like a subtle suede leather going through it with other things going on, and definitely one I do enjoy. As you can see, I've had the bottle for a few years, so I don't wear it that often. Again, I'm not a huge fan of leather, but I do enjoy this one occasionally, so a good one for the winter anyway. So Versace L'Homme EDT. Yeah, try it if you've not tried it. Alright, so a classic fragrance winter list. Really couldn't be without this one. And this one is from Bourgeon, and it is J'ai Pour Homme. This is the Eau de Toilette version. I've never tried the Eau de Parfum, but this is the Eau de Toilette, and it's good enough for me. I mean, maybe one day I'll pick up the Eau de Parfum and give it a try. But this one, perfectly fine for me. I actually really like this one, I enjoy it. Probably my third, or maybe even fourth bottle of this now, since about the last 8 years or so. This one, if you've not tried it, you don't know much about it. It's an Oriental, and it's like a vanilla base with spices. Yeah, and I would say the sort of dominant thing is the vanilla. But when you first put it on, it's got like a slight citrusy top with the spices. When the citruses go, that vanilla really comes up. So it's like a spicy vanilla scent. Very, very nice. One of the best sort of Orientals I think there is in most perfumery, especially designer. And you can pick this up at a reasonable cost, £25–30, something around there. For the, I think they're 125ml. No, this is 100ml. Well worth the money. Nice and strong, lasts on the skin, projects really well, and it's just got a really nice, sensual, almost alluring kind of smell with the spices and vanilla. Really nice. I mean, it smells better and more expensive than it actually is. So a good one if you've not tried it. Most people probably have by now. You're watching my video at least, but if you haven't, give it a go. So Bourgeon J'ai Pour Homme Eau de Toilette. Okay, last but not least, it wouldn't be a winter list of mine without this fragrance in it, and this one from the Ted Lapidus house. Yes, it is the original Ted Lapidus Pour Homme Eau de Toilette. Very, very complex, dark, complex. The amount of notes in this is like almost ridiculous. It's dark, it's slightly smoky, it's slightly citrusy, slightly woody, slightly vanilla-y, slightly everything. Very, very complex, very sort of 80s going into 90s darker scents. If you like complex fragrances that are almost beast mode, a couple of sprays of this and you're done for the day. You know, it's got some traditional things in there, it's got some modern things in there, it's a bit of everything. Yeah, it's more classic scent, but if you really like nice, very gentleman yet manly yet complex fragrances, and Ted Lapidus Pour Homme is one of those that you just can't go wrong with, and I think it's £20 or so. 20 to 25 pounds for 100 mils, and even if you're not that keen on the scent, you've got a cool bottle sitting on the shelf. I mean, it doesn't shade more 80s or so than that, does it? I just love the bottle, but I love the scent as well, so I can't go wrong with this particular scent, as I like the look of it on the shelf as well. So yeah, it wouldn't be a list without Ted Lapidus Pour Homme, at least one of my lists. So Ted Lapidus Pour Homme Eau de Toilette. So that's it for the list. There's 5 plus 1 honourable mention. Let me know what you think of the list and the fragrances that I've chosen for the video. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it as always. Leave a like if you like the video, and a comment if you wish. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe if you like the video. I do appreciate that also. So I'll see you again soon on another video.